G'day boys, I'm just going to go through our Core 2 assessment and the questions that I marked. So the first question I marked was number 2, which said describe the characteristics of a skilled performer, and this was worth 4 marks. Firstly, let's have a look at our syllabus just for a skilled performer, and you'll notice here that we've got in our last dot point, assessment of skill and performance, characteristics of skilled performers, example, kinesthetic sense, anticipation, consistency and technique. So they're the areas that I would have liked you to see you in your answer. One of the concerns was boys got confused badly with this question on the characteristics of the learner. Alright, so this is different compared to characteristics of skilled performers, which is what our question was asking, of a skilled performer. So if you look at this response here, tell you what I really like about this response, besides the fact that he's actually written up in the top right corner here some of the key points from the syllabus that you need to put in there, which is very good from Jeremy. So if we go through it, so he's got kinesthetic sense. It's the ability of the athlete to be able to identify themselves when they have performed the skill correctly based on their movement. So it's an understanding of how the performance feels. For example, so he's got an example to go with it. In soccer, after the athlete has passed the ball, they're able to determine how successful the pass through the way they kick the ball. So there's a feel for it. So there's consistency. There's kinesthetic sense, our first example covered. Consistency is the ability of the athlete to continuously produce high-level performance in each game they play. For example, in soccer, the ability of the athlete to continuously perform at a high level in a game. Anticipation is the ability of the athlete to be able to think ahead of the skill either from opponent or from a teammate. For example, in soccer, anticipating that your teammate will pass you the ball when you are in space and in a good position. And his final area is technique, is the ability of the athlete to perform the desired skill at a high level. For example, in soccer, able to control the ball when someone passes it to you. So that's showing the characteristics of skilled performers with some supporting answers, and I really believe this answer has been completed well and set out correctly. Clearly you can see the areas, kinesthetic sense and the example. Consistency with the example, anticipation, the example, technique and the example, which is why he's got 4 out of 4. He's covered all the areas quite well, and he's given examples to support as well to demonstrate the understanding of a skilled performer. As mentioned already, boys, the concern I had with this question was the dot point, was boys talking about characteristics of the learner compared to assessment of skill or characteristics of skilled performers. So we're talking here about skilled performers. So if you've covered this dot point here, unfortunately you're going to be completely wrong. So that was the main concern really with this answer. On the positive, I like the fact that boys had really good examples in there, and they were also able to demonstrate their level of understanding purely by what they've put in there based on the characteristics of skilled performers. So overall it was well done, but we've just got to be really careful on the wording in the syllabus to make sure we get the exact answer.